I've got 7 perfect fragrances for you. Well, at least in my opinion, they are perfect. And the very last 3, nobody seems to talk about it. So make sure to watch till the end. First on the list, we have Parfums de Marly Carlisle. This is one of the most masculine fragrances in my collection. It's a heavy on the vanilla, patchouli fragrance, so it has a nice and dark and mysterious vibe to it because of the patchouli. It is woody, it's warm, spicy, but it's also very sweet at the same time. The vanilla tonka bean apple combination, and then combined with the nutmeg and the saffron and the osmanthus, and then that dark, earthy and mysterious patchouli, but there's not too much patchouli in it. It's very well blended. This is a masterpiece fragrance. Very masculine, very sophisticated, like a bad boy fragrance. It's a very masculine, dark and mysterious, alluring fragrance. Massive compliment getter. It's very unique smelling. Well, in the same category, you also have Triumph of Bacchus and Montserrat Red Tobacco. Red Tobacco is even stronger. It's a beast mode fragrance, but it's very synthetic. I don't really like the smell of this, or of Montserrat Red Tobacco. This is a very high quality fragrance. Also beast mode, not as strong as Red Tobacco, but very strong. It's an eau de parfum. And what's also amazing is Triumph of Bacchus, which is a more sweeter, fruitier, boozier version of Carlisle. So all 3 different, but this is the most maybe refined, the most gentleman-like version of that DNA. But it's a very unique DNA. A lot of people say, yeah, they all 3 smell the same. No, their noses are not good or not trained. They have similarities. I would say they share 60% the same DNA, but they all have like 40% their own thing. And this is the most refined and the most gentleman-like version. So it's a perfect 10 out of 10 fragrance and a must-have in my opinion. So check this one out. Parfums de Marly Carlisle. Not a safe blind buy though. Sample it first. Next up we have Nishane Nefs. This is made by Chris Maurice, aka Christian Carbonell, a master perfumer. And this blend is very unique. It's not for the entree notes, it's not mass appealing actually. It has some old school vibes, but very modern and very unique. It's very sweet and warm spicy. It's woody. It has oud in it and leather. Very smoothly blended. It's an easy to the nose oud. And it has honey and fig and vanilla and amber and saffron and whiskey. It's boozy at the same time. It's very floral as well. It also has rose, but everything is blended into perfection from the top to the mid to the dry down. Like every phase is perfect in this fragrance. I really love the mid and the dry down, but the top I like to, it's so strong I don't have to respray this actually. You don't, if you spray this, this will last for 12 to 24 hours on your skin. But I love to do the respraying throughout the day with every fragrance I own actually, because the top, it's magic. And then it fades away to the mid and then to the dry down, and it's all blended in so smoothly. It's a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. Not a safe blind buy. It's also very expensive, I would say. Sample it first. It's like 555 euros retail for a 50 ml. So I would say sample it first. And if you want discounts, I have several websites with several discount codes in my description, so you can get it for a very fair price. But it's a masterpiece, a must-have fragrance if you are really, really into fragrances. So check this one out. Nishane Nefs. Next up we have Guerlain L'Homme Idéal Extreme. This is the only designer fragrance on the list. Well, in my opinion, Guerlain is niche. This is made by Thierry Wasser, one of the best perfumers ever. Not a lot of people seem to talk about him, but he is a master perfumer. And this is blended into perfection. Like This is a tobacco fragrance, but it's not your typical tobacco fragrance. This has like plum combined with almond. The whole Ideal line has the almond. That's the DNA, the signature from the Ideal line, which is nutty, of course, but it's also like creamy. And combined with plum and tobacco and leather and patchouli, and like it's a perfect blend. It's very sweet and fruity. It has some more spiciness to it. It has some woodiness to it, but yeah, and nuttiness, of course, with the almond and tobacco vibes. But the tobacco, everything is blended in very smoothly. It's very sexy. I would say you can wear this in all kind of settings, like date nights, but also casual and also to the office. It's a very unique blend. Nothing smells like this. Let's say Guerlain L'Ommedial Eau de Parfum, which is still my favorite from the line. They have similarities, but this is a whole different blend because this has like that tobacco plum combination, and that has like the cherry almond combination, also with a touch of leather. But it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, a must-have fragrance. It's a very unique blend. It has great performance actually, and you will smell different than everybody else because this is not your typical designer fragrance. And I think in the States it's harder to get. Like in Europe, you can get this everywhere actually. I will put here like a photo of the new bottles. They have the black cap and the silver label. These are the older batches, like the older bottles. I prefer the older bottles personally, but I've talked to Guerlain. It's not reformulated, the same DNA, but new batches, some may get weaker, but over time, just like store them cool and dark, they will macerate. And a lot of people that watch these videos already have a big collection. I always say make a 5 ml decant if you got a bottle in, and then just use the fragrance, store it cool and dark, and it will macerate over time. After a few months, it's a lot stronger, a lot better. But Guerlain L'Ommedial Extreme, a must-have, 10 out of 10 masterpiece. So check this one out. Next up, we have Roja Parfums, Sweetie Aoud. This is a very unique gourmand fragrance, and this is maybe the best gourmand fragrance ever made. It's a unique blend. This is like very sweet and gourmandish, but it's also very woody and oudy at the same time. But the oud in here, it's blended in really smooth. It's not animalic at all. It's easy to the nose oud, and it has aromatic touches. It has warm spicy touches. It has some balsamic kind of smokiness to it, and the patisserie accord. It just smells like a French bakery, like croissants and macarons. It has that sweet, like aromatic woodiness to it. It's a beautiful blend. I cannot even really describe this because it's a unique blend. It's blended into perfection. And this is a must try fragrance, a must sample fragrance. It's also very expensive, but you need to get at least a sample of this to try it out, because in my opinion, it's a must-have fragrance, especially if you are into the niche fragrances and you want to smell unique. According to my girlfriend, this is like top 5 out of 350 fragrances we own. She really loves this. Every time I wear it, she doesn't know the name or she doesn't remember, oh, which fragrance are you wearing? But every time I wear it, she asks me like, whoa, what are you wearing? It's so good. It smells so amazing. It's an extrait de parfum, so it's strong. Very, very strong beast mode performance. But I would say it's not a safe blind buy. It's very unique and it's very expensive, but you have to get your nose on this masterpiece. It's beyond perfection. Roja Parfums, Sweetie Aoud. Next up, we have OmanLuxury Paramour. This is a leather fragrance, but actually this is one of the best leather fragrances on the market. It's my second favorite leather fragrance ever. Argos Fall of Phaeton is my favorite, and this is really close. It's a very fruity and sweet and smooth leather fragrance. It has like vanilla and tonka bean and caramel and raspberry and grapefruit and saffron. It has warm spiciness. It's woody. It has like cedar and sandalwood, the combination, which is also always a very nice combination in my opinion. Sandalwood is very creamy, and then combined with all the sweet notes. So it's fruity, it's sweet, and the leather is like very smooth, like a suede kind of leather. It's like, I'll just spray it actually. Like, look at the atomizer. Beautiful atomizer. Magnetic cap. Very luxurious. This house is from Oman. This is so sexy. This is... The whole house is worth to check out. I had from Max Aroma a 14 vial discovery set with 14 fragrances, and almost every fragrance is amazing, but this was my favorite from the house. So you need to check this out if you love leather fragrances, but also if you love sweet and fruity fragrances, because this is a very unique blend. It's beautifully well composed from the top to the mid to the dry down. Amazing performance, is very strong. 10 out of 10 masterpiece, a major compliment getter. Also perfect for date nights. I would say maybe not office friendly, but it smells very sophisticated, very gentleman-like, and also it has some sexy mysteriousness to it because of the leather. And yeah, actually normally I'm not into leather fragrances, but the leather in this, it's just beyond perfection. I would say not a safe blind buy, but you need to at least sample this. OmanLuxury Paramour. Next up we have fragrance du Bois Bleu Intense, which is in my opinion the best from the house. It's also one of the most expensive fragrances from the house. It's about $700 retail. So it's very expensive, not a safe blind buy. But I think actually, if it was cheaper, I would say it's the same blind buy because it smells super mass appealing, super unique at the same time. It has amazing performance. It is an extrait de parfum, so high concentration of oil. It's actually my scent of the day. So you know what, I'll just respray it. The atomizer is also amazing. This is super unique. It's like very ambery, citrusy, and warm spicy, but it's also very balsamic, and it has some freshness to it as well, like some fresh spiciness. It is a perfect blend. If you look up the notes right now, let's say you go to Fragrantica, you look up all the notes and you'll see this and you'll be like, oh, this is a very heavy fall winter fragrance, but it's not. It's super versatile. You can wear this all year round. Amazing performance. It has something in the high heat. If you wear this in, I'm saving this actually for spring and summer, but I couldn't wait any longer, so I'm wearing it today. But this is perfect for spring and summer. If this, like the sunlight gets on your skin with this on it, it projects and it leaves an amazing like sillage around you, a sand bubble. Beautiful fragrance. It has like mandarin and amber and myrrh and olibanum. It's very balsamic. It has oud, of course, because Oud Bleu Intense, but it's a very smooth oud. You almost don't detect the oud. You detect the woodiness, but it's a super like easy to the nose oud, perfect for beginners, maybe the best beginner's oud fragrance ever made. But because of the price, I would say, yeah, it's very expensive. I think you can get it for maybe half the price online if you look. I also have like links and descriptions in my description with discount codes and everything. You can get it a lot cheaper, but it's about like 570 euros retail or $695 retail. So I would say don't pay full retail, get it cheaper, but it's a must-try fragrance. Sample it, and I think you'll be blown away. It's already a classic. It came out in 2013, so it's already for like 11 years on the market. 10 out of 10, perfection, masterpiece fragrance. So you should sample it at least and let me know what you think. Fragrance du Bois Bleu Intense. Last but not least, we have City Rhythm Miami Tropical Confessions. This is the flanker of the original Miami. Both are 10 out of 10. Both are worth it. Both are super versatile. You can wear them all year round. They are perfect for the high heat, perfect for spring and summer, but they are both like between 40 and 50% extrait. So you can wear this all year round. Super strong. This will last on your skin for 12 to 24 hours. On clothing, it will stay on for days or weeks. I don't know. It's super strong. And it has a very sweet and tropical scent profile with coconut milk and rum. And it has some floral aspects with jasmine. It has tonka bean, vanilla orchid. It's a very sweet and sexy tropical fragrance. I've been to Miami in 2019 and I can see this, you know, walking around wearing this in Miami beaches. It's a beautiful fragrance, one of the best from the house. According to some people, they say the original Miami is better, and some of them say this one is better. For me, it's a very hard choice. It depends on my mood. I think I cannot choose between them. I have them both, so I'm very lucky to have them both, and I can switch up. I can even layer them together. But this is a must try. I would say you can get samples on the City Rhythm website. This is an indie niche house, a very small house with amazing fragrances. It's my favorite indie niche house. You can get samples, 2 ml samples on the website. They are based in Texas, Houston. And use the code gratitude for 10% off. If the code isn't working anymore, use Jarino7 for 7% off. It's no affiliate, it's just me, you know, helping out the house. I love the house. It's a small house and it's getting more popular. More people are going to talk about it. And every time I wear one of their fragrances, I always get compliments. People are always asking me, oh, what are you wearing? So I would suggest you to get samples. And if you, let's say, buy 4 samples, you will probably end up with 4 bottles as well. And the prices are very fair. They have 50 mLs and 100 mLs. The 100 ml options are the best prices. Like 100 ml is like $180, around that. If you use a 10% discount code, very fair price, and everything is super strong. 40 to 50% extrait. So you have like oil stains on your skin if you spray it. A 10 out of 10, perfect fragrance. I would say get your nose on this. City Rhythm, Miami, Tropical Confessions. Thanks again for watching. It would be really helpful if you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, of course. Let me know what you think of the fragrances. Have you smelled one of these? Do you own one of these? Maybe you bought samples after the video. I want feedback because I want to help you smell better, unique, and it would be really helpful if you give me some feedback. Tell me what's your scent of the day. I'm wearing Fragrance Bois Bleu Intense, like I showed you. I post my scent of the day every day here on Instagram, or here on YouTube, I mean. I post it also on Instagram, and I make 2 YouTube shorts a day, 2 Instagram reels a day, 2 TikTok videos a day. So on every platform you can check me out. I make fragrance content all day, every day. And on Instagram you can also guess my scent of the day before I post my scent of the day, like 6 hours or 9 hours later. You can first guess it, and that's also like a fun game I like to do with my followers. So let me know, give me some feedback, and next week I will be back with another full video. Thanks for watching. You may overspray. Namaste.